However, I guess there's a lot about the West I never will understand. Good night.
Good night. I don't think we'll have to go any farther. Come on.
Howdy, Vance.
Howdy, Jack.
You're Ed Creighton of Western Union, ain't you?
That's right.
My name's Jack Slade. Nice bunch of horses, ain't they?
Very nice.
You wouldn't be in the market, would you?
Yes, I might. How much do you want for them?
$5,000 and help yourself.
Our camp was raided yesterday by Indians. They got most of our stock.
Then these ought to be just the thing for you.
They ought to. They're ours.
Huh?
I said they're ours. They were stolen from us.
Now, look here, Creighton. You wouldn't accuse me of being a horse thief, would you?
No, I'll wait till I've heard your explanation.
Why, I got these horses from a bunch of Indians. They didn't say where they got them.
You didn't ask.
No, I didn't. And in this country, when you call a man a horse thief, you better have some proof. I bought these horses in good faith, and I aim to sell them the same way.
Well, then I guess I better see the law about this.
Well, you have to go back to Omaha if you do. It don't run beyond there.
I'll make some of my own.
That wouldn't look so good, would it? Western Union stringing up white men for what a bunch of Indians did?
You've got all the answers, haven't you?
Well, sure, there might be able to give you a few more. He knows this country inside out.
What he says makes sense, Mr. Creighton. At least it does out here.
All right, I'm going to give you that $5,000 because I've got a lot of work to do and no time for fighting. I'm paying you on the assumption that $5,000 will buy you off. But if you ever bother Western Union again, the next payment will be in lead. Is that clear?
Now, listen,
Make out a
Creighton.
bill of sale. I'll meet you at the saloon in 15 minutes. You two seem to know one another pretty well.
Yeah, we do.
Old friends?
More or less. We were both raised in the same corner of Missouri.
What do you have?
Bill of sale.
There it is.
All right, here's a draft on the Bank of Omaha for $5,000. You can cash this by telegraph if you want.
No. I trust you.
I suppose you deal in cattle, too.
Well, I ain't lately, but you're in the market.
Just a question,
Why, Mr. Creighton, you're a right good man to do business with.
but only once.
$5,000. You did all right by that outfit.
Yeah, and I ain't said goodbye to Mr. Ed Creighton yet.
No?
No. But first of all, I want to take a great big drink to the Confederate States of America. If there was no Confederates, there wouldn't be no war. Ain't that something to drink to?
Yeah, but I think...
You know, a good thing can be made to last a long time if you don't spoil it. Besides, I'm a patriot.
Mr. Creighton?
Yes, I'm Creighton.
I'm Captain Harlow from Port Laramie.
What do you do, Captain?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. Chief Spotted Horse of the Ogallala Sioux has sent in word that you can't build any more line through his nation.
No, why not?
One of your men wounded his son yesterday.
They were drunk, Captain. They raided our camp immediately afterward, and they killed several of my men.
Spotted Horse says none of his Indians killed any white men. Some renegades got a few of his young bucks drunk and talked them into a horse-stealing raid to get some more whiskey. The renegades did the killing. So the chief feels that only white men are to blame.
Who are the renegades?
Spotted Horse says he doesn't know.
Indians or not, I'm going ahead with the line, Captain. The government is counting on it.
I realize that, Mr. Creighton. Washington has already notified me to help you all I can, but unfortunately, most of my troops have been ordered to the Army of the Potomac. Besides, an Indian war means a massacre. You wouldn't want that.
Of course not.
We have Spotted Horse's brother at Fort Kearny as a hostage for the good behavior of the Ogallala. I might try putting a little pressure on him, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, I can't wait. The winter is almost here, and from now on, every day counts. You know, if I could talk with the chief, perhaps I could get him to change his mind.
I'm afraid that's too great a risk. After what's happened, you'd have to go into his territory alone, or with no more than a couple of men and unarmed. Even then, there's no telling what he might do.
Well, we've got to take that chance, and with your permission, we will. Thank you.
Come on.
Mean-looking devils, aren't they?
Just don't get your wires crossed.
Whatever we do, we got to do quick. Indians can't stay interested in one thing very long. That's him. Hook up your wires.
Oh, how?
Husky no je daddy noni.
Ne hoda di ka yinda wa dongot ne ongwe ne age wendik.
He says you come in peace today, but there won't be any peace if you try to take the singing wire through the Ogallala Nation.
Well, tell him that the great white father who speaks with lightning over the singing wire is sorry for the wounding of his Indian son, but that the lightning talk is strong medicine and it must go through.
Anu asedwani. Osiswo yen je awak. Kayan dion. Unu wasetki.
Tadi wa gunyas ta Ogallala ne no kwas heitke.
He says the Ogallala doesn't believe the singing wire is strong medicine.
Ask him if he'll let 10 of his strongest braves hold the tongue of the singing wire. That is, after we've proved it's harmless.
Was henyan dadi. Andi ye no? Yan Wendy.
Pues foka yin pati washo ne na di nya no se bote. Pues wa ye no gan yin gan wendik.
Lotta.
Was hanga ne swat jagas wa ye no hi gan wendik.
Ba, kana swala tu si ano get.
John da out di ka di ye no ne gan wendik ne jong gan ni he no kwas het ko. Is ka ai di sai wa gan no jan nak. Al no ai jan shonya.
He says yes.
He wants to know why we pour water on the ground.
Oh. Well, tell him we must make sacrifice to the rain god, who's brother to the lightning.
Spotted Horse sees the connection between the gods.
Hold the wire, Shaw, and explain to him that it's good medicine for us, but it's bad for our enemies.
Okwatziani. Neon Dion Wadigadon.
Oh, pardon us, Chris. Go back home.